extra meaning for us at Voice of the Martyrs Korea.
对我们殉道者之圣南北韩来说，圣诞节有着不同的意义。
Because our organization Voice of the Martyrs Korea was born at Christmas time. This is our birthday.
因为今天是殉道者之圣南北韩的生日，因为我们的殉道者之圣就是在圣诞节
So
所
at
建
other
立的。
organizations, when it's Christmas time, they do a Christmas party and they have food and they hand out bonus checks or those kinds of things.
对于普通的圣诞节来说，是吃很多好东西的时候，是分发礼物的时候，是做很多活动的时候。
But not here.
可是殉道者之声不是这样子的。
The reason why is that every year at Christmas time, the Lord puts to us the same question: Who will you be now?
因为在每一次的圣诞节的时候，主都会问我们说：“你们现在要成为什么样子的人？”
And so always for us, Christmas time at Voice of the Martyrs Korea is a time of spiritual warfare.
对于殉道者之圣南北韩来说，每一次的圣诞节都是属灵的征战的时候。
Each year, the ministry grows so much. It changes, it develops. There are new people.
每一年我们的事工都会有很多的变化，有新的人员的加入，还有事工的扩展，有很多新的事情都会发生。
And so always at Christmas time, especially at the Christmas party, is when we address the question, who will we be now?
所以每一次圣诞节的时候，我们都会遇见这样的问题。主问我们说：“你要做什么样子的人？”
And ultimately, each of us is responsible for answering that question.
所以我们其实每个人都应该要回答
But
这
it
个问
always
题。
starts with Dr. Foley and me. God holds us accountable in a special way as the founders of this organization to answer that question.
可是我跟弗里博士，我们作为这个机构的创始人，我们有更大的责任去回答这样的问题。
And so that's why when we answer the question, we have not just our staff present.
所以我们回答，有的时候我们是在没有员工在的情况下，我们回答这样的问题。
But our staff's families present.
还有我们是在我们员工的家人的在的时候，我们回答这样的问题。 就是员工和员工的家人都在的时候，我们要回答这样的问题。
And it's why we have our volunteers present.
所以我们还有我们的志愿者的参与。
Because always, every year, at the birthday of our organization is the time that we must answer clearly the question, who are we now?
所以在每一年的圣诞节的时候，我们都会问这样的问题，特别是在圣诞节这个聚会的时候，我们都会问：我们到底是谁？我们现在是谁？
And so our scripture this morning
那么今天早上我要
is from
分享的
Mark
经
chapter
文
10, verses 29 and 30.
是在马可福音的4章29到30节。
I'll read it in English and then. So, English speakers, you can read it along with me too from up here. Truly, I tell you, Jesus replied, no one who has left home or brothers or sisters or mother or father or children or fields for me and the gospel.
耶稣说：“我实在告诉你们，人为我和福音撇下房屋，或是弟兄姐妹、父母儿女、田地，
will fail to receive 100 times as much in this present age, homes, brothers, sisters, mothers, children, and fields, along with persecutions, and in the age to come, eternal life.
没有不在今世得百倍，就是房屋、弟兄姐妹、母亲、儿女、田地，并要受逼迫，在来世得永生。”
So I want to tell you two stories about 2 different visits to 2 different churches.
我想告诉你们2个故事，就
The
是
first story I want to tell you is a story of a visit that Dr. Foley and I made a few years ago to one of the largest churches in Korea and thus one of the largest churches in the world.
第一个故事就是关于我和弗里博士去年的时候，我们去了一个韩国和世界上最大的教会。
The church has many huge buildings.
这个教会有很多宏伟高大的建筑，有很多的房屋。
It has literally hundreds of different programs and projects that it operates.
他们有上百个事工，还有各种各样的项目。
The church has dozens of associate pastors.
这个牧师，这个教会有上千
And
个
so
牧
when
师
Dr.
的
Foley and I
团
went
队
to visit,
团队。
and we've been invited there before for preaching, the church has always been, the pastor's always been very gracious to us.
这些牧师通常对我们都是非常的友好的，他们邀请我们去分享信息的时
And
候，
so as we entered into the church, we were met by one of the dozens of associate pastors.
然后我们进去的时候，我们就遇见了一个其中的牧师，他们牧师团队的一个牧师，
And they led us to the elevator to go up to the very top.
他们就带我们进入电梯上楼。
And when we got out of the elevator, the space between the elevator and the pastor's office were lined with those associate pastors.
当我们走出电梯的时候，然后外面站着的一排牧师们，
And so when the senior pastor came out to greet us, all of the associate pastors in unison bowed on the line.
当主任的牧师出来迎接我们的时候，两边站着的这个助理牧师都会向我们鞠
So we
躬。
entered the pastor's office.
我们进到了牧师的办公
We
室，
sat down in the very nice chairs.
我们坐在很舒服的椅子上面。
And Dr. Foley, of course, had brought a little bag of our most recent books and other things that we had made.
然后弗里博士就带了几本书，我们所出版的书籍，还有其他的一些
So the
东西。
pastor received it, nodded,
然后牧师就送给了主任的牧师，
and asked us,
然后牧师拿到之后就问我们
how much money do you need?：“
你需要多少钱？”
The second story I want to tell you
那第二个故事是什么呢？
is from the United States.
是在美国发生的事情。
And in the United States, the Voice of the Martyrs organization there is very large.
在美国的殉道者之声是非常大的机构，
And so I would speak typically twice a month. I would travel to a different part of the U.S. and I would speak at one of their conferences.
然后我在美国的时候，每个月会有2次，我会在不同的教会分享殉道者的信息。
So we're totally separate organizations, but we're sister ministries. And so this is a way that we could help them. All of the money that came from the conference went to help them.
因为我们是姊妹的事工，所以有的时候我们是可以有互相的帮助和合作的。
So conferences were always on Saturdays.
所以我们的会议基本上都是在星
And
期
on
六
the
的时间。
Sundays, then, the speakers were expected to stay, and we were each sent to a different church to speak about Voice of the Martyrs.
然后在星期天的时候呢，我们都会去到不同的教会去分享殉道者的之声的信息。
So interestingly, I got the reputation as the speaker who was best able to go to the weird churches.
然后有一次呢，我就去到了被认为是一个非常奇怪的教会。
And so on one Sunday morning in California,
那么在加州的一次的星期天的早上，
I took my rental car to the address I had been given.
我就拿着那个地址的信息就去了。
And it was an industrial park.
那是在一个公园里面。
But the address was something like, building number 103 or whatever, storage building 103.
然后建筑一般地址上都会写这个建筑的1栋或者是2栋。
And so I went to building 103.
所以我就去了3栋建筑之间的一个。
And standing in front of this storage shed
然后我就站在了一个储物室的门口。
was a group, if I remember correctly, was about 8 people. It might have been 7 or 6. I'm not very good, but it was less than 10.
大概记得有10个人左右吧，我看见了。
There were several large motorcycles.
他们有几辆很大的摩托车。
And a man stepped forward.
然后其中一个人走上前来。
He was wearing just a motorcycle vest, no sleeves or anything.
他穿的是骑行的服装。
And he came up to me, and he's a big guy, and he said, "I'm Joe."
他来跟我说，他说我的名字叫 Joe。
And one of the other people who was there, who I believe was they were mentally retarded or they were very slow.
其中一个人，我觉得他应该是这个有些精神上有些就是反应迟钝。
Said from behind Joe, "He's a pastor. He's our pastor."
他就站在Joe的后面说他是牧师，他是牧师。
And so Joe said, "Well, I think everybody's here. Let's go on inside."
然后那个Joe就让我们就进到屋子的里面去。
And inside it was just a concrete floor.
然后在屋子里面就是一块平的地。
And several old, worn-out sofas, just like a few, 2 or 3.
然后有几张非常破旧的沙发。
Everyone sat down on the sofa, including me.
然后我们都坐在沙发上面。
And Joe looked at me with deep seriousness.
然后那个Joe就很严肃地看着我。
And he said to me,
他对我说
"What's this I hear about persecution?"
我听见了关于逼迫的事情。
And so I started to answer Joe's question. I just started to talk about the situation facing Christians around the world.
然后我就跟他分享在世界各地受逼迫的基督徒的事情。
And as I talked and shared what Christians were experiencing,
然后我就跟他讲基督徒，我正跟他讲这些事情的时候，
Joe began to cry.
然后那个教牧师就开始哭了。
And the other church members who were there
然后其他的人也哭了，
began to cry.
他们也都哭了。
They kept asking me questions, so I never. There was no pulpit. There was nowhere to give a message. There was no worship music.
然后他们就不断地问我的问题，
So they just kept asking questions.
他们就不停地问我各种各样的问题。
And they said, "There's got to be something people can do."
然后我就说，有没有什么一些事情我们可以去做的呢？
So he said to me, he said, "You must have given this some thought. What is there you think we can do?"
然后那个教牧师很严肃地问我说：“你觉得我们应该要做什么呢？我们要怎么去做呢？”
So the name of our organization is Voice of the Martyrs.
我们机构的名字叫做殉道者之声。
There are many people for whom this word has very little value.
很多人对这个认知非常的很少，
And they wish that this word was help. Help for the martyrs.
他们认为 会有很多的人会帮助殉道者，
Or they wish this word was support for the martyrs.
他们认为很多人会来援助殉道者。
But our name is Voice of the Martyrs.
我们的名字叫做殉道者之声。
The name was given to us by our founder, Pastor Richard Wurmbrand.
这个名字是我们的创始人理查德·魏恩波所命名的。
When Pastor Wurmbrand was ransomed from captivity in Romania,
当魏恩波牧师从罗马尼亚被赎出来的时候，
he became an instant celebrity.
他其实是一个自由人了。
And a mission organization said, please come, join our organization. We will take care of everything. We'll take care of the finances for you. We'll take care of all these kinds of things.
有很多的机构邀请他说：“你来参与我们的事工吧，我们会把你照顾得很好的。”
And so Pastor Wurmbrand, who didn't understand anything about the way life operated in the free world, said, yes, that's very good. That's all I want to do is I want to be the voice of the people who sent me.
然后魏恩波牧师对于自由世界的生活非常的不了解，他觉得很好，我要参与这样的事工，我要为那些派我出来的人发声，为他们说话。
And so as Pastor Wurmbrand began to speak, and he traveled around the world on behalf of this organization.
所以魏恩波牧师开始在全世界旅行，分享信息。
The organization kept its promise to Pastor Wurmbrand. They said, you speak, we'll take care of everything else.
然后那些机构对魏恩波牧师说：“你只管分享信息，我们会照顾好你的一切。”
And tons of money was raised.
他们就筹集了很多的钱，
Tons of people were hired.
他们也有很多的人参与他们的事工，雇佣了很多
And
的
this
人。
machine began to take shape of this raising support for the martyrs from this other mission organization.
他们就开始从不同的机构开始筹集非常多的钱。
기계가 막 움직이는 것처럼 막 이렇게 많은 기금이 들어오고 뭔가 이루어지는 그런 상황이었어요.
One day, Pastor Wurmbrand, as he thought about the whole thing, thought about everything that was happening,
然后有一天，为牧师开始思考这所发生的一切
he
的事
said to
情。
his son Michael,
他对他的儿子米海说
아들에게 이렇게 말씀하셨어요.
Michael, we just need to quit.：“
米海，我想要离开这个事工，我想要辞职。
So this is not what we came for.
这不是我们来要做的事情。”
So Michael said, Father, what will we do? How will we carry on this work?
然后米海说：“那父亲，我们要做什么呢？我们该怎么继续这个事工呢
And Pastor Wurmbrand said, ？”
魏恩波牧师说
let's go be truck drivers, Michael.
그냥 트럭을 운전하는 운전사가 되자.
That way we can cover our own expenses.
这种方式，我们可以自费的去旅行，
And
去
every
分享
time
信
we
息。
come to a truck stop, a gas station, a restaurant, we can just sit and talk to people.
우리 트럭이 그냥 중간에
然后不管我们走到哪里，我们就跟人去交流，去说话。
We don't have to ask for any money, or
我们不会跟他们要求钱财
we，just have to tell them what's happening.
我们就跟他们说发生了什么事情。
들이 어떤 상황에 있는지 우리가 그냥 얘기해주면 된다. 소리가 되면 된다는 거예요.
And that is the beginning of Voice of the Martyrs.
그렇게
殉道者之声就是这样子开始的。
시초였어요. 시작이었어요.
Pastor Wurmbrand and Michael never did become truck drivers.
그 원블렌드 목사님과 마이클
那威恩波牧师和米海从来没有想过说要做这个卡车的司机，
않았어요.
But they answered for themselves the question, who will we be now?
但他们是在回答那个问题：我们现在成为什么样子的人？
And the answer to the question they gave was this.
이
这个问题的回答，他们是这样子的说的
We：will not be help for the martyrs.
我们不是要去帮助殉道者，
We will not be support for the martyrs.
我们也不是要去支持殉道者，
We will not be a professional service organization.
我们也不是一个非常职业化的服
We
务的
will be
机构，
truck drivers
我们就是卡车的司机
who，sit across from motorcyclists.
我们或者是骑摩托车、骑自行车
And。when the motorcyclist says to us, "What is this I hear about Christian persecution?"
当那些骑摩托车的人问我说，关于殉道者的事情，你说一些吧。
And we will be the ones to be the voice of the person.
我们就是要成为一个声音，
사람들에게 기독교인들에 대해서 얘기해주는 소리가 되자 이렇게 얘기합니다.
And so as Pastor Wurmbrand built the organization,
所以魏牧师就成立了殉道者之声。
he built it around a specific group of people.
他经常会有一些人围在他的身边，
His own family.
他的家人。
As the organization began to grow, and where it grew, by the way, was because Pastor Wurmbrand every month would sit down and type out a newsletter.
因为事工的发展的很快，魏牧师经常要写那个新闻的信件
So as he added staff, it was he and his family, the staff and their family,
然后他就有其他的家庭加入进来，魏牧师和他的家人，他员工和他的家人，
and it was volunteers.
还有其他的志愿者。
So when Pastor Wurmbrand would get invited to a country to speak,
当魏牧师受邀请到其他的国家去分享信息的时候，
he would go there and speak, and after he was done, people would say, "What can we do? There's certainly something we must be able to do."
他分享完信息之后，总是会有人问他说：“我们应该要怎么做？我们应该要做一些什么事
Pastor
情
Wurmbrand always gave the same answer. ？”
然后魏牧师总是会用一个
He
问
never
题回
said,
答。
"Now I'm going to pass around the offering plate, and you can give us money so we can help the martyrs."
他从来没有说：“我们需要钱，你们给我们钱，我们要帮助殉道者，
이렇게 하시지 않으셨어요.
帮助殉道
He
者。
said, "Be the voice of the martyrs in your own country."
他总是会对他们说：“在你的国家成为殉道者的声音吧。”
He said, "Our job is to give you the tools to be able to be their voice."
我们的工作是要给你们一些方法，如何成为殉道者的声音。
한 명이 순교자의 소리가 될 수 있도록 하는 것입니다.
And so the tools that he created were a newsletter,
他那些工具包括新闻的信件，
통해서 써보셨고요.
and books that he wrote.
他写的书籍，
원브랜트 목사님이 쓰셨던 책을 통해서 도구로 만드셨어요.
And in every country, volunteers translated those books.
在很多的国家都会有志愿者问他一些问题。
받는 기독교인 순교자에 대해서 이 말씀을 전했을 적에 각각 나라에서 자원봉사자들이 다 무브먼트가 일어난 거예요.
They printed those books.
在很多国家的志愿者，他们把魏牧师的书籍印
They
刷
were
出
the
来，
voice of the martyrs.
然后他们也开始运营殉道者之声。
And over the years,
那么，
15 Voice of the Martyrs took shape around the world.
那么
하면서 15개
一直到现在，全世界有15家殉道者之
We were
声
one of those.
成立了，
그리고 우리
正式的运营了。我们是其中的一个。
에서 하나가 되는 거예요.
And always our goal for Dr. Foley and me was that we would never become staff of the ministry.
我跟弗里博士，我们的心愿就是，我们并不是要成为这个事工的工人或者是员
We
工，
would always just be volunteers.
我们的角色是志愿者的角色。
And we would continue to make money from other sources to be able to cover all of the expenses of the ministry.
当然，我们也会筹资一些金钱来做一些的事工。
And so that's what we did, is that we made money, and then from that, from our own bank account, we paid people to help us to do the things that we needed to have done.
就是我们用自己所赚来的钱，所工作赚来的钱，来去使用在我们的事工上面。 来花费在我们的人员和其他的事情上面。
And every year, as we would get together with the other Voice of the Martyrs organizations,
每一年，当我们和其他的殉道者之声机构聚在一起的时候，
the great privilege that we had were to meet and to be trained by the great men and women who built this ministry from their own homes and garages and basements.
我们最大的荣幸就是看见不同国家的人如何在他们的家庭中、他们的生活中，很简单的方式开始这样的事工。
And we would hear stories about how there was one of the guys whose parents founded Voice of the Martyrs Canada. He said at Christmas time, we never had presents under our tree.
其中有一个加拿大的弟兄告诉我们说，他的父母在加拿大办了殉道者之声，在圣诞节的时候，他们从来没有说在圣诞树上挂礼物。
He said, because my parents would sit us down and say, look, at least we can be together. We can worship God together. Let's take all of the money instead of buying gifts for each other, and let's put it into this ministry.
他的父母会对他们说，让我们就把买礼物的钱去来支持这个事工吧。
And so, but he told me that then one Christmas, Pastor Wormbrand showed up at their house and saw that they didn't have any gifts.
那么有一次，魏牧师就去到他们的家里，看到圣诞树上没有挂着礼物。
So Pastor Wormbrand said to this young boy and to the rest of his family, he said, here's some money, go buy a pizza.
然后魏牧师对这个男孩子和他的父母说：“这是钱，你们拿去买披萨吧。”
And some of the best memories that I can remember in our early days
那么，在我能够记住的最早的
were
很好的
sitting
记
down
忆，
with Michael Wormbrandt in Michael's home.
就是说，在 Michael 的家里面，和他的家人在一起，在圣诞节的时候和他的家人
And
在
at the
一起，
VOM meetings.
或者是在
And
殉道
Michael
者之声聚会
had
的时候。
always the sharpest tongue. He was a very hard, strong man.
Michael 是一个这个言语非常犀利非常这个的人。
And as Dr. Foley and I would sit down there, he would tear me apart.
저하고 같이 있으면 저를 완전히 그냥 무너뜨리는 사람이에요.
And he would say to me, he'd say, this is not how we do it. This is not how it's done. This is what we did. This is what we did in Armenia. This is what we did in Romania. This is what needs to continue to happen.
然后他说话的方式就是非常的声音很强硬，他就会说这个就是我们要做的事情，我们正
Michael
在做
didn't
的
just
事情。
talk loud. He also talked with his fingers. And so he would get up in your face like this.
他不但说话的声音非常的强硬，他还会用指头
He
手
would
舞
even
足蹈，
spit, like not on purpose, but just.
他会这个吐沫横飞。
And it was one of the great privileges of my.
那么这是我们非常荣幸所认识的人。
Every year we ask the question, who are we now?
每一年我们都会问自己这样的问题：我们是谁？
Let me finish the two stories from the churches.
我先讲完这两个故事，教会的故事
In the
吧。
top floor in the pastor's office of one of the largest churches in the world,
在韩国最大教会主任牧师的办公室里，
맨 꼭대기층에서 담임 목사님 그 교회 갔어요.
the pastor said, how much do you need?
牧师问我说：“你需要多少的钱呢
And we answered, nothing.
그래서 제가 그 대답을 돈이 필요하지 않다고 했습니다.
这
And
是
in
支票。
Storage Shed 103 in California,
그리고 그
然后
교회
在那个
오토바이 탄
加州
조 목사님 거기 갔을 때도 또
的
마찬가지예요.
时候，
I said, you must have given this some thought. What is it that we can do?
那个牧师问我说：“ 你要告诉我们，我们要怎么去做呢？我们要如何
I
去
said, we
做？
do this newsletter every month.
我告诉他说，我们每个月都会有发这个信
The
件。
most important volunteering you can ever do in our ministry is every time the newsletter is printed, the day you get it, sit down and read it from cover to cover.
然后我跟他说，你可以参加我们的志愿者来做这个每个月的新闻信件的发送，
Keep the page for the prayer request.
然后还有来去散发我们这个祷告
Get
的
other
情
people
绪，
signed up to receive this newsletter.
然后让更多的人来收到这些的信件。
We have books that Pastor Wormbrand and others have written.
我们有这个魏牧师其他人所写的书籍，
That's how we fund the ministry, is the sale of those books. So buy the books, sell them to other people.
就是你可以买这些书籍，然后再卖给别人。这就是我们如何运营我们的事工的。
And wherever you go,
不管你去到哪里，
when you're at the gas station,
或者是你去加油站的时
when you're at
候，
the bar,
你在这个酒吧的时候，
be the voice of the martyrs
要成为殉道者之声，殉道者的声音。
And Joe stood up
然后教牧师站了起来，
and he said,
他说
You got it, Pastor.：“
我知道了，牧师，我知道了。